Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for the week of February 13th. We're going to jump right in here, Cancer, and we're going to look at your current general energies. You have this wolf card that says cunning and stealth, and you also have this triangle card that says choices and indecision. I feel that some of you, it's like you have all the information you need. I'm going to put this card right here because it kind of like flew out. It wasn't a card that I really picked, but it's definitely something we are going to take into account. And so there's a decision that needs to be made here in your life. And you have the Hermit, which is like, the Hermit can make it hard to make a decision because, you know, he has been through a dark night of the soul. So he's done some soul searching. He's been through something very difficult. He's actually come up from rock bottom with the Ten of Swords here. But you know, sometimes I think when we've been through something, it can make it very hard to kind of pull yourself out of it because you don't want to like repeat a mistake. And that's kind of like the energy that I get here. I don't think it's a mistake that this Seven of Wands kind of came out here either, because the Seven of Wands is a card of belief. It's a card of conviction. It says when you know that something is going to be successful, then it will be successful. So like when you believe something is going to work for you on a very deep level, then it actually will. So I feel for some of you, this is kind of saying that your beliefs are going to help you move forward. You do have the Ten of Swords here. I actually am hearing the worst is over, so wouldn't even worry about it. I feel for some of you, it's like whatever you've been through. Maybe you were stabbed in the back by a person. I do feel that here. I kind of get this weird energy of someone watching someone else here as well. I'm going to show you right here. Emperor to the King of Cups. It's like the Emperor is kind of like side-eyeing this King of Cups person. So, again, I don't really like to put these messages out there. But again, if you have a new person in your life, then, which I actually feel like could be the Emperor. And it's like these two guys are like squaring off here, right? And it could be any gender, whatever you're into. I don't care. But if you have a new person, it's like you might want to you know, I'm not saying you should protect them from a past person, but you might want to warn them if you have like a crazy ex or something like that. It is popping into my head. And obviously that's not going to be for all of you. You have the Six of Swords here. Definitely improvements. I feel like you're moving on to calmer shores. I also feel like there's a better decision that you can make, which is really interesting as well with that triangle card. It's almost like, it reminds me of the third place energy that I always talk about. I think we need to get away from the this or that thinking right now. That's like the danger, and I talk about this all the time, that, you know, it's like everybody's like, oh, we need to get rid of gas and we need to have electric cars. And I'm always like, yeah, but what if there's something better that no one's even come up with yet? That's like, that, you know, that if you want to be successful, that's how you have to start thinking. Like, what if there's something better than what both sides are fighting over, right? Because it's like while they're distracted, you can create your UFO car that you fly with your brainwaves, and like when you do that, you become a bajillionaire, right? So again, people think I'm crazy, but I promise you, mark my words, we will see third place solutions coming out like crazy over the next 20 years. But again, if you're thinking this or that, then you're not going to be one of those people that finds one of those solutions. And you don't even have to be a billionaire, right? It's like these solutions can help us just in our personal lives. They could be personal solutions that we come up with. But again, we have to look for the solutions, and we have to look at like the things that we want to improve in our life. I think it's no mistake as well that you have this Underworld card coming up in your third row. You know, it's like in the hero's journey, the hero travels to the underworld, and usually to find like some sort of special weapon that destroys like the big monster, right, in the story. And, you know, I kind of feel that here with the Hermit as well, where, again, third place solutions could be the thing that really brings you a lot of success, or makes you more money, or kind of solves like problems in your personal life as well. So let's see. With the Hermit, you have the Six of Wands. Yeah, a lot of achievement cards here already. The Six of Wands, you have the World card as well. So I do feel like there is an achievement or success coming in for you. I also have good news popping into my head as well. I'm not really getting much on that, so we'll have to see. With the Six of Swords, you have the Eight of Swords. You are much more free than you think. Six of Swords is a card of moving on to calmer shores. The Eight of Swords is a card of self-imposed restriction. So I do feel some of you need to set yourself free from something that you feel is holding you back. Again, something really, what I will say is that you can see here on the Six of Swords that this woman and the child, they have nothing but the clothing on their back. So it kind of really says that they're completely starting over. Same thing with the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords says something is dead, done, over with. And I feel like you're coming into this reading knowing that something is over with, whatever it is. It could be a relationship, but it could be something else. With the Ten of Swords, you have the Hierophant. Yes, you have learned a lot of lessons from whatever the situation is, and it's going to help you in the future as well. The Hierophant is kind of like a card where we can receive blessings when we learn the lesson. So if you have gone through something recently, or even for some of you, I feel like you've been going through something for years, it's like the rewards are coming. I feel like the blessings are coming. Even in your next row, for the unexpected, you have this abundance card. So there's clearly abundance coming in for you. And again, I feel like this is kind of like unexpected abundance. I don't really feel there's anything like totally unexpected coming in for you this week. But what I will say is I do feel sometimes when we finally get success, or we finally reach a certain level of accomplishment, it can be a little bit surprising. Not in the sense that we didn't see it coming, but more because it's like we've been waiting so long for something. And that's kind of like the feeling I get here. It's like you're finally getting something that you've been waiting a very long time for. You have the Devil, the King of Cups, and the Nine of Cups. I do feel that this could be part of what is coming to an end. And again, I would protect any... I want to stress, it's not like you're protecting someone from a past person, but, maybe you need to like block an ex so they don't know that you have new love in your life. Or maybe, maybe if you have a crazy ex who's like messaging people, maybe you need to, take action. It is popping into my head, like I said, so I have to say it. For others, I would be careful of things that like aren't good for you. We have Saturn moving into Pisces here soon in March, and you are a water sign, and you are going to be affected by Saturn and Pisces. So, what I would say here is that sometimes with that Saturn and Pisces energy right here, right, my breakout from an allergy attack that I had, it's like this is, to me, this is Saturn and Pisces type stuff. So I would just stay healthy and make sure you're avoiding things that aren't unhealthy and, all that other stuff. With the King of Cups, I kind of feel like this is you just showing up in a strong position. I feel like you're very connected to your feelings right now in a good way. Like that your feelings are trying to lead you in a certain direction. And I feel you're paying attention to that. For a small percentage of you, I feel you could be moving. You have the World, the Knight of Wands, and also the King of Cups is a card that, to me, I have some cards that are called clue cards. It's not like a traditional way to read tarot, but the King of Cups to me is a clue card for a move. So I feel like some of you could be moving your home as well. You also have the Nine of Cups. Again, more just wish fulfillment and abundance coming in for you. And it's like something that you've been waiting for. Kind of like I said earlier, like you have earned this energy because of the fact that you completed a journey with that Hermit. Here's the other thing as well. Hermit, Six of Swords. Both cards represent a rite of passage. So it's like when we complete a rite of passage, we usually get some sort of reward. With the Devil, you have the Lovers here. Definitely new love if you want love. Could be any sign. You have water, fire, earth, pretty much everything here. So if you want love, definitely could be a new love coming in for you. I also feel there's like a new path full of abundance coming in for you as well. But I see like a lot of shedding going on here. It's kind of like one of those things. I think when you start to improve your life, there are just some things that you can't bring forward, right? There are certain like people maybe that can't come with you. There are certain experiences that you can't have if you are going to improve your life, right? And all this other stuff. So it's like there's I just see you kind of looking at things. It's not even like bad habits, right? But I do see you looking at certain things and saying like, oh, well, if I drink my face off every day, for example, then I'm not going to be very successful in my business. So it's like I see you kind of removing bad habits. With the King of Cups, you have the Six of Swords again. Definitely going in the right direction. I feel there really are major improvements coming in here. With the Nine of Cups, you have the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands, like, kind of a heavy burden. And I feel like you're just getting better at picking the burdens that you want in your life. And it's not even like you want burdens. It's more like the Ten of Wands is really a card of responsibility. And he's being rewarded, by the way, on a traditional Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands is not a bad card. He planted the wands. He is bringing them to his home in the background, and it kind of says that he's about to have abundance. He's about to have a harvest. So I feel that for you, but I really see you saying like, we all take on burdens from other people sometimes, and I feel like this is saying you're like, no, I'm not taking on burdens from other people. I got enough of my own stuff to deal with, so I'm going to choose my own responsibilities, and that's what's going to lead to my success. It's almost like you're saying that to yourself. I don't know. I feel like it's a good thing. Next, in the area of the critical information that you need to hear right now here, Cancer, you have this card that says, change your perspective of the people that you are around. and keep an open mind. There you go. You have this underworld card that says, find unconventional ways to explore new sources of income. Are you kidding me? I was literally talking about this third place idea. You also have, it also says, as the world evolves, so can your means of earning money. Yes. I've talked about this extensively for years, how I feel like there's going to be more and more things like Uber, the gig economy is just going to become bigger and bigger and bigger. There's going to be more opportunities to make money and better ways to do it. So if you can learn about those ways, you'll be definitely more successful. I also feel that, again, I get a lot here for you, that finding unconventional ways, like I said, third place ideas. If I were you, Cancer, I would be thinking about those third place ideas. And again, you really have to think, right? And this could be in business, it could be a job that you want to get, but I would be creative in your approach to the things that you're doing. The other thing is, I can't believe this card here says that be careful of the people you're around. Remember what I was saying? It's almost like you're leaving things behind. So you could be leaving people behind. And again, it's not like you're cutting people out. I want to stress that. It's like we don't have to cut people out. But if there are certain people who are super negative, it's like maybe we don't have to spend as much time with them, right? It's like, I'm a big fan of, kind of limiting my time with people who are too negative. Plain and simple, right? So maybe you're doing that. You have the 5 of Cups here. There's something better coming in for you is what this says to me. He's crying over the spilt, he's crying over the way things used to be, basically. He used to enjoy wine, but there's something new behind him, where if he sees these 2 cups, he also gets this bridge in this castle over here. So he doesn't just get the 2 cups, he gets a bridge and a castle. So I always say that this is really a card of crying over something that's been lost for a while, that you don't even enjoy any longer. And there's like a new start, a fresh start behind you, and it's going to be something that's much, much better. You have the Emperor, which is definitely encouraging you to take action. He has his armor on right here under his cloak. And it says that he is ready to go at a moment's notice. It's kind of funny because he has water flowing behind him as well. It's kind of hard to see, but you can see there's like that water behind him. That water flows down to the Empress, and it's like he's giving her energy to create abundance, right? I feel like, for whatever reason, it's popping into my head. I feel like all you need to do is open the faucet, right? I feel like all you have to do is start putting energy into something, use your creative powers of, creativity. I just said the same thing twice, but that's okay. And what I would say is just put your creative energy into something, and we see that here as well, going this way. It's like this is much more worth it right here. This energy of kind of, yes, you're picking up extra responsibilities, but the 9 of Cups is like bathing in an energy of something you want. It's like throughout life, we're going to have responsibilities. So it's like, would you rather make the sacrifices that lead to big benefits, or just make sacrifices just to waste your time, right? I think there's an obvious choice here. You even have the 6 of Pentacles, and the 6 of Pentacles is a card of cause and effect. It's a card where he has a balance, just like the Justice card. I've been saying for 2 years now at least that the answer to the rest of your life is the Justice card. And this is true for everyone. We really need to pay attention to cause and effect. And people always say to me, well, that's obvious. Of course I'm only going to put energy into things that work. I'm like, well, not true, right? I get comments every single day from people who are, trying to get the attention of someone who won't give them attention. Putting energy into a business that just isn't working and hasn't been working for 6 years. It's like we all do this. And again, I'm not criticizing you. Trust me, I'm a professional at putting energy into things that don't work. So, I think we need to all be more honest with ourselves starting right now. And we need to say to ourselves, okay, this relationship, if I'm being honest with myself, there are things that I don't like about it. So it's time to either communicate with that person and see a change. And if I don't see a change, I need to leave, right? So again, I think we're getting to this time in the astrology where it's kind of very matter of fact. And we need to be matter of fact with ourselves. The people that are honest with themselves are going to be very successful. With the 5 of Cups, you have the 5 of Cups. Something just isn't worth it any longer. And I feel like you know it. 6 of Swords twice. Hermit twice, just the Hermit once, and the 5 of Cups twice. Something I feel is not worth it. With the Emperor, you have 2 cards. You have 2 good cards, too, the Judgment card and the Sun. So there's clearly a lot of happiness coming in for you. I would answer the call as well if you get a kind of feeling that you should open the faucet. The faucet is your energy that you put into something. Both of these cards also scream attention as well. The Sun shines a light on things that could be fulfilling, that could make us happy, that could bring in, more joy into our life as well. The Judgment card, same thing, kind of. The Judgment card, the people are normally in a coffin. Coffin represents their old life. Outside the coffin is their new life. So they're being called to attention. They're being called to leave the coffin so they can have a new beginning. With the Six of Pentacles, you have the Strength card. Yeah, I feel like you've been very patient, and I also feel that strength is something that requires work. Like, we have to work on the strength card every single day. It's something that requires strength. So I feel like a lot of you could be kind of like putting a lot of strength into things that you are creating, new ideas, new businesses, new whatever. And, I would have the patience to let things develop. In your last row here, we're going to look at the good stuff. You have this Loyal Heart card. If you are attracting love, I definitely feel that you could be attracting a person who is going to be very loyal, just a very good person as well. A little bit of an adventurer. It would not surprise me if you were attracting a person who is like from another country. For some of you, literally, it's showing up here, or they could just be from a distance. But here's the thing. I don't think it's something long distance here. For maybe some of you it is, but for most of you, I feel like maybe this person is from somewhere else and they moved to where you live. That's like more of the energy that I get here. Even if you don't want love, I feel that some of you, it's like there's an opportunity here to go on an adventure. Just look at the cards. There's an opportunity to get off the pole here with the Hangman and get moving forward. He has gained enlightenment. We see a lot of enlightenment right here. Sun, Judgment. And now it's time to start moving forward. He has all the knowledge and wisdom he needs for a journey right here, the Knight of Wands. So it is time for you to go on an adventure. Knight of Wands is a little bit scary sometimes because he just follows his desires, meaning he just feels like he wants to do something, and he's like, I'm going to go do it. He doesn't necessarily worry about the how, who, where, what, when, all that. He's like, I'll figure it out as I go on this journey. So if you have any crazy ideas, I would get moving. Again, some of you could be just traveling with this energy as well. You also have the World, so definitely some accomplishments coming in for you. I see a lot of success coming in for you here, Cancer, with this World card. I feel like things are kind of coming back around. Things are coming full circle, which the World can definitely represent things kind of coming back around, coming full circle. You're finally kind of receiving the abundance you deserve as well. With the Knight of Wands, you have the Ace of Swords here. Some sort of victory coming in for you. I would be careful of a person coming back. We have a Mercury retrograde coming up in April as well, April to May. And, even though we're not really in the shadow yet, it doesn't matter to me. I would say I would still be very careful just because we've had so many retrogrades. And again, we get hit with another one in April. So, I just wouldn't allow some past bozo, especially with what I said earlier about, like this person trying to cause problems. But other than that, I feel like there are some big victories coming in for you here. With the World, you have the Queen of Cups. You have the King and Queen of Cups here. Look, this is going to make you very happy right here. It's like you moving on from a past bozo and going towards something new is going to make you very happy. King and Queen of Cups are divine counterparts. They're meant to be together. This is extremely positive right here. The Sun, obviously, between them. It's like this person's a breath of fresh air if it's love. With the Hangman, you have the Ace of Pentacles. I was looking around for another ace with that Ace of Swords. I thought there were two here, so here you go. Two aces. Two aces is a definite yes to any question that I have not answered, and it's also a card of success. Some sort of big opportunity coming in for you here. Pretty simple reading, because I really feel it's saying there's a big opportunity that you are not going to want to miss coming in for you. Sorry, didn't want to do that. We're going to pull 5 main themes now, and we're going to see what else could be coming up for you. You have this handshake card. It says, a meeting with a stranger could be important. Yes, I do feel you could be meeting a person that becomes a lover in the near future, and it is a stranger, definitely not someone you know. Because I was getting something about distance, but not. Remember how I said that earlier? I'm wondering if it's just, maybe they're from where you're from, but you've just never seen them before. And I kind of get that energy. You have this bread card. It says, period of prosperity and abundance. Damn. 2 really good cards. Well, you have a bunch of cards here that really represent abundance. Even the Sun represents abundance. Sun causes things to grow. So now is the time. If you want to start a project, a business, a relationship, now is the time, is what that's saying to me. You have the Scissors card. It says disappointment in some affair, this past disappointment that I would just let go of. I feel like something from the past, it's like in the future, I see you kind of realizing that something was much more work than necessary. Something was just too overcomplicated, and I feel like that's what you could be. Sorry, it's not focusing for some reason today. But, something is much more complicated than it should be, basically. You have this shark card that says, take care or there will be loss of material wealth. I mean, I've said this to everyone. I just wouldn't be overspending. It's like you might be making a bunch of money or increasing your finances. I would just slow things down. Don't purchase things you don't need, which I think is true this year. And finally, you have this goldfish. It says increase in material wealth and spiritual growth. Yes, definitely see a lot of abundance here. A lot of financial luck, apparently. Again, like I said, I wouldn't be spending like crazy. As I've been saying, just based off the astrology, even if I had $1 billion in the bank, I wouldn't be out there buying another Ferrari, right? I would be, and again, to me, it's more like responsibility and being smart and, kind of, I really feel, and you've probably heard me say this before, that for whatever reason, intuitively, I just feel like there could be some opportunities where it's like if you spend the money, you're not going to have it to take advantage of an opportunity. It's like, depending, who the hell knows what's going to happen to the economy, but it's like, there might be a good investment opportunities, or maybe there's some other opportunities that come up, like to go on vacation. But if you don't have the money, you're not going to be able to go. So I just have been getting that there is clearly an increase in finances coming for people. It could be the economy getting better, but I would also say don't go crazy spending because there just could be some big opportunities, Ace of Pentacles, where you're gonna want that extra money to be able to invest in it, whether it's a business, a person, whatever, it doesn't matter. But this is a really good reading here, Cancer. So thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your Sun, Moon, and Rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.